Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Alhamdulillahirabbil alamin. Wassalatu wassalamu ala nabiyyina Muhammadin wa ala alihi wa sahbihi ajmain, amma ba'd. Berjumpa kembali dengan Ilham TV yang akan menampilkan berbagai macam kisah mualaf, dan kisah mualaf pada kali ini kita akan menyaksikan kisah mualaf yang datang dari Amerika Serikat. Seorang mualaf asal Amerika Serikat yang bernama Kendra, tepatnya dari Indiana, Amerika Serikat, menceritakan tentang bagaimana perasaannya setelah menjadi seorang mualaf. Mari kita simak video berikut ini.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, everyone. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you are new here, hi, I'm awkward. No, but seriously, hi, I'm Kendra. I am a revert to Islam, and I have a video on that. And I basically make videos about whatever I feel like. It's mainly related to Islam, but I do have some other things on there. Maybe like, yeah, I have a few other things on there. But yeah. Anyways, so I figured I'd make a video over like how I noticed myself changing after converting to Islam. Even though I do have a video over how others reacted, that doesn't really mention like how I feel like I have changed. And since I have been a Muslim for almost a year now, I feel like it's, I don't know, I guess a good idea to sort of see like where I've come. But yeah, basically, since reverting or converting or whatever terminology you want to use, I have noticed myself being a lot more patient, and I guess I feel like a lot more peaceful, because usually I have like really bad anxiety, but since reverting, like especially when giving presentations in class, because that was a big thing that I had to do last semester, was give presentations in some of my classes. And in high school, I usually have to bring something up, like a pencil or a chapstick or something, or even a kneadable eraser, because like I do art too. But just something up there so that I can play with it, because that can help reduce my anxiety. But there was one day I had to give a presentation over basically like modern versus original fairy tales. And so I brought up a chopstick to play with, because that's just what I usually do. And when I got up there and started presenting, I noticed I didn't need to use it. And I don't know if that's necessarily because of more confidence, but I also noticed that more too, since converting, is that I am a lot more confident. And I've also noticed I'm a lot happier, which is good. Even when I'm like super stressed at school, it's definitely not as bad as I think it would have been. I do have like an app that has like different du'as and like the Quran and other stuff, and that does help me. So like if I'm stressed, sometimes I do read those. But overall, I think being happy for literally like the first time continuously in my life, and just being like a lot more peaceful, is like a big thing. I can't really say I've wanted to help people more, because I've always been just the type of person that will literally like try and go out of their way to help people, whether it's like making stuff for them, whether it's food, or I want to work on like making scarves and blankets, especially since like this weekend it's supposed to snow like 7 or 8 inches. Obviously I'm not going to get any done over this weekend because we're going to be super busy, but I think you kind of get the point. But just like doing stuff like that in order to help less fortunate people. Yeah, I feel like that's sort of been the same. If anything, I probably have a lot more empathy for people. And I've learned just to like listen more instead of just like try and start talking right away. But my mom and I were talking the other day and she said I've always been like that, so I can't really attribute that to converting. Let's see, what's another thing? I don't know, I think overall I've been a lot nicer too, and I haven't gotten angry as quickly. That's a very big thing that I noticed also. Cause yeah, my dad and I, I don't know, that's its whole other thing. But sometimes I do get into like fights, which is bad, but sometimes it honestly can't really be helped as much as I do try and avoid it. But since converting, I definitely have noticed that I just haven't really been able to get angry, like even if I wanted to. And I feel like I've mentioned that before in another video. I'm not totally sure. But yeah, I think, and I don't know. I guess, I don't know, because when I was a Christian, they always talked about like, if you get the Holy Spirit, you'll feel so much peace, or accept Jesus and you'll feel so much peace. And I mean, when I was in 5th grade, I did, because that's just what everyone did when you're a Christian. And other reverts, if you're watching, you obviously know this if you were a Christian before. Like, I feel like it's just expected of you. But I never really felt that. I felt a lot more lost when I was a Christian than I ever did. Since converting to Islam, I actually feel like I actually have a place. I don't really know how else to describe it other than that. Really, the big thing, I think, which is the same for all reverts, that, like, I've been told that anyways, is just kind of feeling lonely. I don't know, but that may just be in my area too, because in Indiana in general, really the main mosque that is just in Indy. Like, there may be one close to Chicago, but aside from in Indy, there's not really one big just group of Muslims. We're just sort of like few and far between. And for reverts, we can definitely get lonely, especially since, I mean, one, we're in the middle of like literally nowhere. I'm surrounded by fields and graveyards, but a lot of fields and cows and a lot of like Christian people. There's not really a whole lot of Muslims in this area. But even though like loneliness can happen, I haven't really felt lonely like at all, except maybe during Ramadan last year. I don't know. I can't really put a word to it aside from just describing sorry. Just like describing sort of how I felt. I don't know. But yeah, that's basically it. It's not a whole super long video. But yeah. Anyways,
demikian tadi telah kita simak bersama kisah mualaf dari Kendra, seorang wanita asal Amerika yang begitu bahagianya setelah memeluk agama Islam. Semoga Allah memberikan keistiqomahan kepada saudara kita tadi. Baiklah, sekiranya channel ini bermanfaat bagi Anda, video-video ini memberikan manfaat dan inspirasi yang besar bagi Anda, silahkan jangan ragu-ragu untuk klik like, share, dan subscribe channel Ilham TV. Sampai jumpa pada video berikutnya insya Allah. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.